My mind on my money on my mind, sipping on gin and juice. With so much drama in the LBC, it's hard being Snoop Frogg. Raise off these nuts, 'cause you get none of these. I roll through the frog pond, feel the breeze. It's 2 in the morning and the party's still jumping, while you motherfuckers bounce to this. Hoes and bitches, bitches and hoes, chronic and Tanqueray. Ease up, goes down as we're rolling through town. Funky ash every single day. Got piggies in the living room getting it on. Ain't leaving till 6 in the morn. Got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So let's smoke an ounce to this.
What's up, everybody? I hope you like the beginning song. Sorry, I was laughing a little bit too hard. I came across that. If you want to watch it, the link's in the description. It's there. I ruined it. The channel there. I ruined it. Yeah, check them out. A lot of great parodies. I love that parody. That is awesome.
It's so spot on.
Don't forget to get your daily scrum in, folks.
Right. Let's meet at the augmentation pond.
Today on the show, we have Lori and we have Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog is driving right now on some dark road somewhere. He asked if he could join in and actually see how it actually works from behind the scenes to the show and after the scenes. So he's kind of like a ride along tonight.
What's up, Joe? Bo, Gregory, Angie, good to see you guys.
Joko, Gregory, Angie. Angie was first. She was like, "Bow."
Tracy.
Told me to be careful, but it's Kermit that needs to be careful. But thanks for
listening. Driving.
What's up, John Tracy?
Eyes on the road.
We have Gail in here as well. While Rocky Ford's meeting was going on last night, I was doing some snooping because we always keep an eye out on everything. And I was in Aguilar's thing. I didn't see a meeting. And then I got woken up to a phone call this morning saying, "Hey, there's a special meeting for Aguilar." I was like, "Get out." I went and I looked, and this is what I found. This is their agenda for today. Isn't a special meeting like only supposed to be for like 1 or 2, maybe 3 specific items that like need to be done?
Wow, that's a lot.
This would, to me, would look like a regular meeting, but she seems to be, the mayor in Aguilar seems to be making every meeting a special meeting to avoid the public meeting.
Oh,
yeah. If the mayor shows up, it's special.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I was gonna say something. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna listen to my mom. Don't say anything that you know. If you ain't got something nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I'm just gonna stick to that right now. Frankly, I mean, I could see like A, B, and C. right? Because, first of all, they need to get their budget done. That needs to be submitted by like now. So I can see a budget, and that needs to be done now. I can see the first three. Everything after that looks like a regular meeting type stuff.
Correct.
Does everybody agree?
Yes, sir.
I'm just wondering, is it just me? I can see special meeting for up to C, but
I disagree.
Actually, K could fall under the top three.
no, because that's not. No, I don't agree with that, John. Because the increase of the sewer rates that could be just a regular meeting thing. Because you,
I
would
think they
figure-
added an extra E there.
Well, you would figure that they would want the public to talk about and have a comment on it, right? Like, I would think that would be a regular meeting thing.
Why would they want to hear from the public? They're the only
Right.
ones that are paying.
Right. We're raising their fees and that's it. We don't care what they got to say.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like why would we want them to have a say? All they're going to say is no, don't raise our rates. If we make
True.
a special meeting, they can't come say nothing about it, see?
right.
But they got to pay the man. So that's how we're going to do this tonight, guys.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from, and
What's up, Anarchy?
I can see that happening. Anarchy, what's going on? Sorry, I'm on another.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Oh yeah, and they want to raise the rates because basically it looks like they might be wanting to pay for that full-time employees health insurance.
Yeah. Why can't you go to the marketplace and get like that $15 insurance?
Well, right now there is no there's no open market right now. There's no open enrollment. So
Well,
and now that she makes $30 an hour,
yeah.
and she's not making that $16 an hour, and working mad hours, which technically would qualify her for state insurance,
Yep.
which to my understanding is what she had, and one of the reasons why they denied insurance the last time. Plus, they couldn't afford it. Remember?
Yes, I do remember that. And
They
she was
can afford
supposed
it
to
now.
call around. Remember, she was supposed to call around and try and check with some other companies. I do remember that.
Right. And then they checked it out, and then they made the agreement that they didn't need it. Right. Sarah had her insurance, and Stephanie was covered underneath Sarah's insurance there a couple of times, and everything was all good and copacetic like back in the day. But
What do you
now
mean she was covered under Stephanie's insurance?
I'm sorry, I made that slip. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. Okay, but now they want a quote for health insurance for full-time employees. Lori, how many full-time employees do they have right now? Do you remember?
I think it's only a half, but she claims that she identifies as a full-time.
Well, I mean, she can't sit there and say that she's part-time anymore, right?
Right, correct. And wasn't she getting services from the state or the feds anyway, like food stamps or any Medicaid or anything? I don't know. I don't know either. But
I do believe that she qualified back when she made $16 an hour, $15 an hour, something like that.
Now she does. Yeah.
Yeah, now she doesn't.
Well, the only one that would be able to give us information on that would be Monica, because Monica works for.
Well, the only one that could really give us information on that would be Stephanie, but she isn't talking to us. So we have our alleged supposed conversations here, because allegedly, supposedly, because I know how the system works. Making $16 an hour and working part-time, you qualify. When you
Right.
jump up to $30 an hour and you're working full-time, you don't qualify anymore.
Correct.
If you're working $16 an hour and you're doing like 80, 90, hour weeks that they were claiming, then yeah, you're still going to qualify because the hours outweigh what you make. So it's kind of crazy. It's like, I don't know. These are my alleged supposeds.
Well, I guess that I would like to throw this alleged supposed in. So allegedly, somebody is working more than upwards of 55 to 60 hours overtime every 2 weeks. I mean, if you're working a 40-hour work week, how does that play?
Right. It doesn't play. It doesn't play at all. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if she's working that much now, wasn't she was only doing like, she was doing like, I think they were claiming like the same thing, like an extra like 30, 40 hours overtime because they were working so hard. Just saying. I think so. I've seen a lot of like weird paperwork with them, especially lately when I've like looked over their budgets and yeah, just I know where Stephanie learned how to do a budget.
Copy, paste.
Right? Tapatios, what's up, my man? I'm sorry. I forgot to call you out, but I put you up on screen. My man. Tapatios knows how this is. You're doing like 10,000 different things here, trying to make sure that everything's working. We are going to go into their meeting here. Hopefully.
Is everything working?
Everything's working so far.
Oh shit.
Everything's working so far.
All right. See what breaks next.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty wild. Pretty wild. I mean, I went there, did the safety and security check. So I'm glad to see they got these things on the agenda so quick, I was just there last week, so Friday? Yeah, I think it was last Friday.
Town hall?
Yeah, I stopped in there at the town hall and
we did a whole video on a safety check up there.
And so now we got this on the agenda to, make sure there's alarms and all this. And maybe they watched my video and took my tips or something. I don't know.
I didn't even make the correlation.
Hey, I wonder if they're going to move the fire truck again.
I don't know.
Paraded around town.
That's what I was hearing.
Isn't it in a safe place now in that garage, or is that the garage that has the problem that's going to damage the truck if they don't move it?
No, apparently it's been moved out and now it's sitting alongside the road, I guess, as a prop for Aguilar now.
Oh, you can't make this up. Are they just waiting for it to be vandalized? Why can't they push it into that lot or, put it in that lot? Isn't that lot theirs where they put their tractor and, well, the tractor's in the garage. Never mind.
Yeah, I was told that their board has to consist of members of the community. No, you put the date. Whenever Cobain? You better.
So are we preparing for one nudge tonight?
Nope.
because I'm sure there's going to be a long.
No, because we haven't no. We're going to do the first part,
right,
and that's
let's see what we got going
our
on.
2 hour limit. I'm going to set the timer, and when that 2 hours, I will post forward. And if you don't want to stay, we're going to go home.
Oh shit!
Well,
it's what tonight is for anybody who wants to question the budget, ask any questions from the community, they can. And then after that, it's basically a hearing. And then after that, you can vote to hopefully accept it. and then do all the ordinances for it.
And I think that's why Mr. Thorne came in for his packet early,
Yeah, he was.
so he can nitpick the budget.
So that just there. And then I sent her this page to make sure I did it correctly. So she said yes.
Does he even understand that it's just a guesstimate?
Well, the thing of it is that in order to question everything and be accountable, you have to be at the meeting. And if you're not, then you're doing a disservice to the community. But we're all doing a disservice.
He said that, he needs all this information. You should have printed that letter and put it in the board's packet so they could see what he was requesting from you. Because a lot of the stuff is a repeat.
Well, and a lot of it, we've not technically given him black and white. So from what the attorney said, he's got to do a FOIA request on it all. But I don't know.
Well, not only that, if he attends all the meetings, then he would know what we're talking
Hello? And then he tries to say he doesn't get them due. And he was, I don't know, somebody said yesterday that he was going about the Zoom and we're not notifying people. You know what? I'm not gonna hold your hand. You're a grown man.
Well, I know I got put into one of the, you know.
about. Is Steph supposed to hold everybody's hand in town then?
You being opposite.
Let's see, he may not be as combative as you think. Because outside, he says, well, I'm not gonna be, I said, let's just look and listen, see what we got. And then we'll talk about it.
No, if he doesn't have an audience, he won't be, but if he has an audience, he will.
I don't know.
You know, Nicole, I've learned from our way that he said one thing, but I guess he's really something opposite. That's why I confronted him here at the meeting that one day, because it really fucked me.
I think you're probably right. And I don't think
I don't think he does either.
Mail it
because
to her, make a
I
copy
met
and
him
mail
his
it.
first time at the ice cream shop that Ringo's had.
No, just,
He was
Joe, you did good.
training and he says, you should get on the board. And then when I applied the first time, it's like, no, we don't want you.
Look, Monica,
Yeah.
And
Oh, how
he said,
cute.
your version. And it's, well, that's the most of it.
I'm gonna go like this.
And then this.
And then after a while, I'll switch and smile.
I don't
You got that from Suicide.
hate that. I don't dislike it.
I'm sorry.
You know, it just,
Problem.
sometimes I think
So it's a little bit staged, but.
misery loves company. If you're miserable, I'm gonna make everybody miserable.
Why am I only getting audio?
That's how I feel it is.
That's all we got right now. It's a hot.
There's a story, you know, that he left Texas because did some people wrong.
Hot mic. They don't know we're listening. So shh.
So everybody else.
I don't think he can go back to Texas.
Who? Who?
Maybe that far away, but I don't understand.
Does he need help?
These people know him very well. They've slept with him at home. Done things with him at home, so.
Mr. Bardino.
This card I'm gonna send out. I don't know if you want to sign them, like just down there.
And that Gerald's not you.
Yeah.
And that Gerald isn't you, it's Nathaniel.
So I just,
Everybody, thank you.
Right.
I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's right. Which is the big meeting.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. That's what I'm thinking. I think I could. You know.
You got everybody.
I'm here for the town, that's what you. I mean, I'm not citizen, but.
Yeah, I've seen some bad comments about it.
And I don't even.
And me?
I don't even go out.
I don't care.
Yeah, I see a lot of stuff about.
When I see their checks in my account, then we can. But until then, oh, you will.
Everywhere you go.
And for what? I mean, I don't have to leave my house and all kinds of people from my husband, what's going on, and he comes and he tells me, and I'm like, oh Lord. And he's like, why don't they come tell me something? I was like, then.
You know, it's becoming a soap opera.
So this is how much besides whatever lawsuits that, the secret checks. This is what Sursa has paid out to defend the town of Aguilar. $27,423.04. That's not what they paid Septic. That's not what they paid the other two. But this is all garbage.
Can I get a raise?
No, you didn't get ready.
How do I get that? I could use that. I got a couple of bills I can pay off.
You know, this is wrong. Just put on here in this newspaper, tension between Tyra and the board of trustees. That's
Where did you get that?
in our pocket.
Oh, that's the letter that I'm gonna address under
Yeah,
correspondence. Is
that's
that the one about where we wrote the secret check?
The board of trustees, I mean, that's. Why doesn't she, if they were to put that, why doesn't she just put the person that it pertains to? It's not us, it's not the board. It's one board member.
Like some of the people that, some of the
She muted.
Got him. Oh my gosh, y'all. You see what
Wow.
we did with?
What's this I hear about secret check? Secret check?
You like that?
Was it secret checks or paper checks? That's what I thought I heard. Paper checks.
Sure seems like a lot of discussing the business going on to me, but what do I know? What do I know? And now they shared it with the media. Good on them. Good on them.
Whew. So when they were blaming Vern and they said $27,423.04, is that what Sursa paid out to what? I didn't catch all that. It was really hard to hear the audio.
That's okay, Lori. I can try and enhance the audio and see if we can't bump it up and see if I can't get a better listen on it.
From what I understood, it's the lawsuits pertaining to Vern so far is what they were hinting at.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that would make sense.
Lawsuits, that they've had to defend against or pay
Right.
attorney fees, or not including those other two or the other two, right?
Yeah.
They didn't want to talk about those lawsuits. They're just trashing Vern. So,
Boy, I tell you, Vern, I hope he's watching the Zoom. Well, maybe not. That's pretty
Vern
bad.
should be in. Vern should be in there tonight, so he just might not be in there right now.
Okay, gotcha. That makes oh man.
yeah, he got notice that there's a meeting tonight, so he should be there.
Like we need to call him and let him know.
A little extra, you know what I mean? That was a little extra hot mic right there that we just captured, guys.
I can't even believe how they just dog him like that.
Yeah.
And they're pissed off about the $27,000 that they've had to pay out to defend
That's
their
how
honor.
they act. And they act that way as a group, right? Like a pack mentality. You heard it right there.
Yes, it's absolutely a pack mentality.
Mhm.
They can't independently think. One of them says something, they're like little hyenas. Ooh, that sounds like a good thing to say. That's a good thing to laugh at. Oh, I'm so mad right now. You guys don't even know.
Not knowing the whole world was watching, right?
Correcto. That's what happens. People think they're safe. Nobody's safe.
Yeah, she had turned the camera off, but forgot to mute. So the stream was up and going when he logged in. So, and until they started talking about secret checks and shit, she didn't even think to go look at the Zoom, which just says where her conscience is, right?
Yeah. Now she's worried. She's looking over her shoulder.
Elvis, they don't start till 6. That was some hot mic they just had going on, but we got a few minutes until they actually start.
The parts I heard I didn't like. Let's put it that way.
Why not? I like it. It shows their true colors. That's the good thing about the hot mic, you know. Nobody's there, nobody's listening. They were comfortable in their own environment, saying everything they just said. I love it. It'll look really good in court for somebody.
Correct. Whew. I mean to tell you.
Sounds like the same operations are still going on, and Tyra's gone. So maybe Tyra was right when she was telling us that it wasn't her.
Right, and she's the victim, yeah.
And she's the victim. I mean, that's a good possibility at this point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but she's been gone over a year now, right? And the behaviors continued. Oh, there's Stephanie right now.
I can't believe it.
All right, guys.
All right, we're all gonna mute up.
Hopefully we'll get turn your volume up if you need to. We'll try to talk as least as we need to because the fucking audio sucks, guys. No audio. So they're up there talking, but they're muted. There ain't no audio.
Well, supposedly she unmuted. Wow, the audio really sucks.
Now call this special board meeting of the town of Aguilar, December 16, 2025 to order. Mr. Bonino, will you lead the pledge of allegiance, please?
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Baldino. Here. Mr. Burrell. Ms. Gelder. Here. Mr. McCullough.
Here.
Mr. Thorne.
Here.
Mr. Trujillo.
Here.
Mayor Encinas.
Here. Approval of the agenda.
The agenda for December 16th, 2025.
Second. Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Baldino.
Yes.
Mr. Burrell, I'm sorry, Ms. Gelder.
Yes.
Mr. McCullough.
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
Stay.
Mr. Trujillo.
Yes.
Approval of the regular meeting minutes for November 18th, 2025.
Motion to approve the town of Aguilar special meeting minutes for November 18th, 2025.
Second. Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Baldino.
Yes.
Ms. Gelder.
Yes.
Mr. McCullough.
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
Yes.
Being you weren't here, Mr. Thorne, I believe you need to abstain.
Oh,
Mr.
I was
Trujillo,
here at this one. November 18th.
were you here the 18th?
No.
I believe, no, that was last month.
Richard is being here on the 18th.
No. I'm sorry, Mr. Trujillo, you were abstained as well.
Yes.
I said we get notified when the packets are ready or would be a meeting. 2 meetings I didn't know about. Utility report.
We do utility reports at special meetings now, guys.
Any questions on the utility report? One is to replace current balance of the general checking, which I did look at. But does that combine all of the accounts?
It doesn't combine all of the town's checking accounts, but I mean, the others have a very
Wider
minimal balance, but it combines all the funds in the general checking.
checking. Do we have a list of what's in the water fund, gas fund, sewer fund?
No, but we do have a letter from the auditor explaining what I've explained several times. Until we get our system in order, we're not gonna be able to produce that. So there is a letter from the auditor.
I did read the letter from the auditor, but it's been over a year, and it's a simple thing of you have a checking account, there's numbers, you break some up or down. There's more accounts, there's more numbers.
Well, congratulations on the town receiving the $30,000 grant, water grant. Congrats.
Thank you. We will need to discuss what we're planning to use that for. I had asked to use it to get MXU boxes and maybe an updated meter system. But I have until mid-January, I believe, to send in the scope of work of what the town wants to use the money for. So that'll be something probably the beginning of January, we'll have to decide on what we want to use that 30,000 for.
And a shout out to San Isabel for getting our lights and our banners up this year.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Very good job.
And I would also like to thank Bruce and Mr. Barajas for the big help that they've been with the town of Aguilar. On December 9th, we had a sanitary survey with CDPHE, and we will at a later date receive the findings. And the Mauricio well work is completed. That was paid out of the grant money, the water grant money for 2025. If there's nothing else, we'll move on to the project report.
I didn't receive a project report, but basically, I believe Kim is working on just trying to get the Og pond going. They're just finalizing the contract and design for what needs to be done there so MGM can get started. So basically, they're hoping that they can get a couple of weeks in now before the end of the month and shooting for March. I want to say March 1st as the completion date for everything so that the reservoir can be refilled. And then I believe they have till the end of the month to do the fencing, anything that's not going to affect filling the reservoir in time for irrigation season. So I think that's basically what he's working on.
I see he's the project manager now. And I still like to make a request to see his current contract bills that he submitted or statements that he submitted for the work that he's done.
Mr. Thorne, she received your email and she's going to comply with whatever needs to get done.
Does that mean everything?
She's going to address it.
So like tricky wording, but I'll wait.
Anything else? We have resolution 2025R-12-1 to adopt the budget for 2026. A resolution summarizing expenditures and revenues for each fund and adopting a budget for the town of Aguilar, Colorado for the calendar year beginning on the first day of January 2026 and ending the last day of December 2026. Whereas the town clerk of the town of Aguilar has prepared a proposed budget based on the adopted appropriation resolution for the fiscal year beginning January 2026 and ending December 2026. And whereas upon due and proper notice, published or posted in accordance with the law, said proposed budget was open for inspection by the public, and interested taxpayers were given the opportunity to file or register any objections to said proposed budget. And now therefore be it resolved by the town trustees of the town of Aguilar, Colorado. Section 1, that the budget is as submitted, amended, and herein above summarized by fund hereby is approved and adopted as the budget of the town of Aguilar for the year stated above. That the budget hereby approved and adopted shall be signed by the mayor and town clerk and made part of the public records of the town, adopted the 16th day of December 2025.
Where was it posted?
Can I get a motion to adopt the budget for 2026?
That we adopt the budget for 2026 as stated.
Second.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Bodino,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Barajas, I'm sorry, Mr. Gelman, Ms. Gelman,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough,
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
No.
Mr. Trujillo.
Yes.
We have a resolution 2025R-12-2 to appropriate sums of money. A resolution to appropriate sums of money to the various funds and spending agencies in the amount and for the proposed as set forth below for the town of Aguilar, Colorado for the 2026 budget year. Whereas the Board of Trustees has adopted the annual budget in accordance with the local government budget law on December 16, 2025. And whereas the Board of Trustees have made provisions therein for revenues in an amount equal to or greater than the total proposed expenditures as set forth in said budget. And whereas it is not only required by law, but also necessary to appropriate the revenues provided in the budget to and for the purpose described below, hereby establishing a limitation on expenditures for the operation of the town. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the town of Aguilar, Colorado, Section 1, that the following sums are hereby appropriated for the revenue of each fund for the proposed purposes stated. General fund for a total of $257,844. Water utility fund $1,205,186,000. The gas utility fund for $306,232. There's sewer utility fund for a total sewer fund of $101,876. adopted the 16th day of December 2025.
You were surprised to have number two. Now this money went to the appropriated from, some total income.
No. That revenue comes from USDA, right?
And some of it's from USDA for the
Augmentation.
augmentation fund.
That goes under the water fund, whatever is in there.
So these aren't actually the operating expenses of the town.
But we have to run it through the budget, so the auditor sees whatever grant money, whatever comes through the town.
And then it is taken out in expenses towards the water engineer, the water attorney. So it's a high number because just from DOLA, we're expected to get $951,000 for 25 to finish that fund.
That's part of the financials I'm asking about. See, when we get these numbers, not knowing financials, we don't know where this income's coming from. So we look at $1 million to 300,000, 306,000. We don't know where the money's coming. That's why we ask financials.
And on the water fund, the first half of it is revenue, so it shows where everything for 26 is gonna come from for revenue. The first one is water sales, big number because we raised the prices on water, but it is broken down where we expect the money to come from. So at the end of the year, based on what we've spent, we may need to do an appropriation of money to fix the 26 budget, which we'll be doing sometime end of January to revise the 25 budget for overspending, underspending for each fund in the budget.
Okay, so 1,139,000 is expected revenue from our water service.
Yes.
Correct, right? Thank you.
I get a motion to adopt resolution 2025 R-12-2 to appropriate sums of money 2026.
The motion that is that's the resolution 2025 R-12 on the two to appropriate some money.
Second.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Modino,
Yes.
Ms. Downer,
Yes.
Mr. McCullough,
Yes.
Mr. Thorne,
No.
Mr. Trujillo,
Yes.
Resolution 2025 R-12-3, a resolution levying property taxes for the year 2025 to help defray the cost of government for the town of Aguilar, Colorado for the 2026 budget year. Whereas the Board of Trustees of the town of Aguilar has adopted the annual budget in accordance with the local government budget law on December 16, 2025, and whereas the amount of money necessary to balance the budget for general operating purposes from property tax revenue is $39,625. And whereas the amount of money necessary to balance the budget for voter approved bonds and interest is zero. And whereas the 2025 valuation for assessment for the town of Aguilar as certified by the county assessor is $3,442,324. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the town of Aguilar, Colorado, Section 1, that for the purpose of meeting all general operating expenses of the town of Aguilar during the 2026 budget year, there is hereby levied a tax of 11.511 mils upon each dollar of the total valuation for assessment of all taxable property within the town of Aguilar for the year 2026. Section that the town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to immediately certify to the county commissioners of Las Animas County, Colorado, the mill levies for the town of Aguilar as herein above determined and set in order to comply with any applicable revenue and other budgetary limits, adopted the 16th day of December, AD 2025.
And I'll carry accept the resolution 2025R-12 on the three.
Second.
Roll call. Mayor Pro Tem Martino. Ms. Garner. Yes. Mr. McCullough.
Yes.
Mr. Byrne.
Yes.
Mr. Trickle.
Yes.
We have a Coriolis Ringo's liquor license renewal.
They want to accept Ringo's liquor license. Second.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Martino.
Yes.
Ms. Garner. Yes. Mr. McCullough.
Yes.
Mr. Bourne.
Yes.
Mr. Trickle.
Yes.
Before you, you have a quote, you actually have two. One will be for the library community center for an alarm system. And second, well, let's just do library then.
This is the chance to the library and community center. So basically, we have an alarm system at the community center library right now, but it's not working. It hasn't worked for quite a while. And we are not having any response from the person that we go through and pay a yearly fee to keep it up and running to get it fixed. So we're looking at switching to a different company, and this would be the quote to just get everything installed. It would be basically, I believe, the same setup we have there where the cameras are, if the door is open, and you have to put in a code when you go in, and then you leave to set it. And then the only additional charges, once it was set up, would be a monitoring fee that's paid monthly between $15 and $35 a month. So basically, if they get an alarm, the alarms go off, they call whatever contact they have on file, see if it's a mistake, if we're aware of it, and if we tell them, don't come out, then they don't send out the sheriffs. If it is an emergency or nobody answers, then the sheriffs are dispatched out to the community center or library if the alarms go off. So it's basically the same system. It's just the one we're having now hasn't worked, and we can't seem to get anybody here to get it fixed. So we're throwing our money away there.
Why is the amount higher on the library than it is with the townhouse?
I think because the library has more doors that they have to put the sensors on. I mean, I would see, I guess that's why, because we also have doors down in the basement where there's sensors to come outside. If you go down in the basement, there's those doors on Main Street. So I would assume it's more,
And the back.
yeah, more sensors that he has to use there. And I believe also more cameras, because he's having to put cameras in the library, the hallway, the kitchen. I think it's just more, I'm looking here, it looks like for cameras, he needs 9 of them over there.
It's both of them combined.
Yeah.
Why is it cameras on the library but not on the town hall?
We already have cameras installed that I believe he's able to use because they're compatible. It's the same person who used here to that installed these cameras. So I believe that's why he's going to be able to reuse the cameras. So we have cameras in here, outside, there's some in the shop. So I believe that's why.
Are any of these voice recording?
No, the cameras in here, I don't believe record a voice.
No, I think actually.
What they do in the library.
No, I don't believe in the library records voice.
Oh, them too bad, Joe. Did they mute so somebody else could talk or what? Like, what's going on?
They're definitely muted.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They muted, like, is that so somebody else could talk? I just don't understand what's so special about this meeting that it's not a regular meeting with public comment. I don't understand that part.
It seems like a regular meeting. The parts of it I can hear.
GCM, can you text Vern and ask and tell him that they're muted?
It's awful nice for Stephanie to mute her.
Boy, they sure know how to run a town, don't they?
This is what transparency looks like.
Wow. Constantly, they don't care. They don't care. Just the same as this being a special meeting. There's nothing to make it a special meeting. Why? Because they waited to 24 hours beforehand to call it? Like, dude. They haven't done a regular meeting in months, which is a violation. They have to do one every month, and they don't. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. They'll post at the post office usually. They don't allow a comment here. Nobody's been able to speak here for months. Period. You just obey.
Well, and apparently you can't unmute yourself either.
That's what I mean. Nobody's been able to speak in person or on Zoom in months. And like tonight, they're just going to raise everybody's rates because they can. And nobody's able to argue about it. There's no second. There's no nothing. It's just raise people's rates.
You know, because it's not on a recording, you don't have audio or video of these things happening. I wonder if somebody could fight the fact that they didn't really happen the way that they did. Because, you know, if you can't hear it, you can't see it, but it was written down a certain way. How do you know it really happened like that without the video proof? It shows right here that they could get the video proof, the audio proof, but they're muted.
Well, that's transparency. And they keep paying off all those lawsuits, man. All those lawsuits. Over $100,000 in lawsuits this year. Wow. Lawsuit or lawsuit money, related money, right?
Ruth is in there in the Zoom, and that's probably not a good thing for him to be muting like that, because, you know, isn't this the version that they give like media or anybody else if you go in and request a copy of it? Isn't it this version?
What other version would it be?
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's another camera that records the meeting itself, but I would think that it would just be the Zoom recording.
Right. And if it's muted on our side, it's going to be muted. Whoever makes the request to see the whole video, the whole meeting, it's going to be muted for them as well.
Right. You're not going to hear what's going on over here because she's muted.
Right. And the only one that would be a witness, like that would be able to tell you what was going on, is anybody that's sitting inside that room. And the only one I know right off the top of my head is Robert.
Well, it's intentional, I believe, but, you know, they got things to talk about, and the town's business ain't the town's business.
I mean, that's stupid. Why not just not record it? What's the purpose of the Zoom at this point in time?
This video serves no purpose. None, except that it shows the fact that they've excluded us from their meeting.
Well, it just goes to show if you want to know what's actually going on with your town, you need to go down to town hall for the meetings.
Correct.
I mean, I know there's, I mean, I know there's short notice and everything, but I mean, and apparently Robert says the only place that it was posted was in the post office, except when I looked online, and how many people actually check Aguilar's website every morning before they get up and go to work or whatever?
No one. Because no one cares.
Wow. Yep, still the same old Aguilar. Ain't much changed, huh, boys?
Well, you see, you know, I thought we had some good stuff going, or Linda was being all nice to us before.
No, Linda's up top. She's listening with us to nothing. She's hearing nothing. Wonder if they got like 18 cops there tonight too, huh?
I don't know if there's any cops there. Did Robert say there's cops there?
Robert said that there wouldn't be cops there because Aguilar wrote bad checks to the sheriff's department.
Oh. I mean, that's not hard to find out. We'll just contact the sheriff's department and ask them. We know Aguilar ain't going to give us the information.
I liked when Tripoli said that Stephanie would get burned that information. When? In what decade? Not going to be anything soon.
Right?
The hot mic made it all worth it. I don't even care.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I have my mic on? Yeah, I'm sorry. I had my mic on. I thought I muted.
I would rather listen to water. I would rather listen to water than you eating.
Right? Yeah, no, I was rinsing off a few dishes, and you got Elvis in there. I know who Elvis Martinez is. I know who Elvis is. He's from Pueblo. He is very big on meetings.
Interesting.
Right,
I was
John?
getting sick watching you drive.
Scale says no sheriff's department.
Nope. They're not there.
No sheriff's department. Pointed his camera right at town hall for 2 minutes.
Nobody saw it. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I saw you driving, but I couldn't watch it anymore. Because it's just getting me sick.
We switched views. So we probably missed it.
Oh, yeah, that would be right.
Well, did you tell them that they're muted?
Right. He was running inside the meeting.
Tell them that they're muted. Go, hey, you're muted. I don't want to interrupt, but you're muted. Hey. The rest of us want to hear what's going on and how the town's getting screwed. Come on.
I bet you Ruth is pissed.
I'll tell you right now, here's the problem. Right now, they have us all muted and she muted herself, right? And they won't let you unmute in order to say anything about the fact that they muted the entire fucking meeting.
Right.
They're bastards.
Oh, Gail's going to go let them know. You know, technically, there's a lot of people in Aguilar. There's a lot of people in Aguilar that actually watch this from the Zoom or from our show, or actually try and catch this thing from home, and
Correct.
That's the whole reason behind the Zoom. Even though it's horrible audio, I mean, if it's the best they can do, it's the best they can do. But when you mute it out like this, then what's the fucking point of?
Hey, hold on.
You're discriminating.
Hold on. You say if it's the best they can do. When they muted us out, they were talking about spending $10,000 installing cameras. Since we've been following these guys, we haven't seen them spend $200 to improve the audio. Fact.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe it. Why would they do that? Why would they improve the system? It doesn't make sense. They only prove things that are improvements for them, not for us.
And and here's the funny part. Elvis Martinez has had his hand up to let them know that they're muted, and they're just ignoring this guy.
That's because nobody's paying attention to the Zoom, John.
Yeah.
So, she's got it now set up in the corner, and nobody's watching it because she's not sitting there watching it anymore. And that's the reason why. Excuse me. That's the reason why you can't unmute, because she doesn't have time to make it to the computer to mute you. Excuse me again.
Unbelievable.
I was hoping that I could cheat it, and I got two phones going, and I'm on the Zoom on both of them, trying to get in there to let them know that it was muted. But no, this is a joke.
That's all right. Gail will take care of it.
No, they've got it set up to where you can automatically go in, so nobody has to deal with that. But they've also got it set up to where you're muted and you can't unmute.
Correct.
And then she mutes herself, and you can't unmute her, so you can't hear what's going on in the meeting. That kind of causes an ADA issue, especially with somebody like Sue, who is disabled, who collects Social Security for disability, and she wants to stay home and watch the meeting. So it's an ADA violation.
It's not safe for her to be out this time of night.
Yeah, definitely discrimination against the disabled right there, I think.
Well, they seem to be okay with paying lawyers to fight lawsuits. So I guess
they have the money for it. They have the money for it. I don't know where they're getting all this money and where this $30,000 grant came from, because I don't remember them talking about going after a $30,000 grant. But they got one. They got a $30,000 grant, and they've got all this money stashed back where you don't even know where the hell it's coming from, because frankly, if you had that much money stashed back, you wouldn't be so far behind in your gas bill.
It wouldn't even make sense to stash money back. You got to pay your debt, so you keep the services. I mean, swear. Why are these vendors so willing to work with the town that constantly screws them over? It doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't cut off Aguilar's gas, to tell you the truth, with as far back as they were.
Exactly.
they've been making payments though. But it's just like when we walked into the town the first time, Lori, they're far behind in their gas and they're far behind in everything else, but they've got a lot of money in the bank. They got $200,000 in the bank.
Right. When she was talking about the money, I remember when they wrote Walsenburg a check on a closed account.
Thanks, Sue. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Sue.
Good job, Sue. Thank you.
Just the people who are on the meeting.
Assholes.
Item 8, she has, there's a list there of fees for raising community center rental fees.
I'd like to ask about this one because at the beginning of January 26th, the only one that would be exempt from this is the American Legion. Yeah, can we include like the senior meal, anything that's community related?
So I think that was one thing. I wasn't sure exactly the direction that was going. So I only put the American Legion because I know for sure that they will not pay. There was a motion made on that. So I guess if we could decide first if we're gonna raise the rates, I think that everybody should pay other than the senior dinner. I think that should be a free thing. It's hosted by Walsenburg. I
think the senior dinner should be free. There's other things too. If it's a community event. If it's a private event, yes.
I think that the board voted that just the American Legion,
They did.
and I think we should leave it as such.
Well, what about the community center? And they'd be once a week, right? Or like twice.
We don't have a problem with the seniors using the center.
Well, if you're going to accept them, but you're saying only the American Legion, then.
That was, okay, what I'm saying is they made a motion, it was made by Mr. Bodino at the community center that going forward that the American Legion would not have to pay for the use of the community center.
And I have no argument with that. I'm just trying to senior meals in to not have to pay.
That's the only one she just added.
I'm trying to include any community event.
And I think I understand. I mean, if it's a community event, that would be nice to include it, but basically the town cannot survive on giving everything for free. I mean, the town has to put the bill for the water, the electricity, the gas, insurance, paper towels, toilet paper. I mean, so I understand that other communities also charge for their centers and their rates are a lot higher than ours.
Now this is set up to where sorry, but you're a spectator unless we ask you a question.
Okay, let's get on. What do you want to say?
That's what I want to say. I want to get her to quit talking whenever I'm trying to make a point to the council.
Well, make your point.
Okay, there's other things other than just the thing there. They have Aguilar days, the chili cook-off, things that involve the entire community. That community center there is for the community.
So what you're saying is you want us to let the whole community use the center?
If it's a community event.
I don't think that you understand. We have to have insurance. We have to pay the utilities. You know, those are things running the wear and tear of the center.
You know what? I understand.
Board already, but you know what? We can go ahead and table this on the rental fee and then bring it back to the board on what would be proper, and then the board would
We're
vote.
here to have a discussion. I mean, I've heard one person who shouldn't be discussing.
Well, you know what? She's the town clerk and she has to say so. And that's another thing. You need to have respect, whether she's behind this desk or out in public.
Look at Title 31.
You look at Title 31.
And it says real clear, I'm trying to discuss with the council
Does the rest of the board have any answers for Mr. Thorne? Because I think that I probably have the answers everybody on this board needs.
Title 31 says they're not part of this discussion. Please let the council.
Well, if I include her, she's a part of the discussion,
If
Mr.
you ask her a question, yes.
Okay, so I think, and it's just my opinion, but I think if anybody wants to rent the community center, they can pay what has to be paid, and they can provide their own toilet paper, their own supplies, their own paper stuff, and then, but no, I think everybody should have to, because how is the town gonna make any money? I mean, there's a lot of other, Walsenburg, Trinidad, I mean, I know, I'm not comparing, I'm just saying, all these other towns, they rent, there's even some towns that rent their parks.
Yeah, because I've read that, but they rent the parks for their community events and that, except Aguilar. Aguilar doesn't charge for anything.
But Aguilar charges for everything. If it's a rental for the community center, for a funeral, a party for a family, a graduation, things like that, that involves a small group of people. Yes, I agree to these charges 100%, and I would be willing to pay it. But if it's a group of the community that's there, that's their community center, I'm just asking to exempt them. Because you've already exempted, after you say just the American Legion senior meal. So you're picking and choosing who you're going to.
I didn't pick and choose because I wasn't on the board. So if you want to revisit that, we can do that.
Okay, this is only the American Legion. If you pass this this way, then the senior meals would have to pay this month. Unless you're going to exempt them, and if you're going to accept them, exempt community events. Chili cook-off, a big thing around here. But you want them to pay is open to the community. Everyone here can go, but you want to charge them.
But the thing of it is that it says here, fee is $100 and the deposit is $100. So if, to get anything back, what would be, I mean, as long as it's clean and everything else, what would be the refund? $100. Okay, well, see, they're still getting their money back.
No, they're paying 100.
The refund?
So they would put $100 fee and $100 deposit, so it would cost $200 to rent the center. Once it's cleaned, there's no damage, they get $100 back. So basically, we're charging $100 fee. And I mean, Trinidad charges by the hour to rent their community center out, $25 an hour. I checked Wilsonburg, I believe they charge Walsenburg's $100 fee for their community center plus a $300 deposit.
So then I would say with the community centers rental, with the only exception of adding the senior meal that is exempt, I would say they.
But the argument that you have here, because the American Legion's exempt because they do community events there. Okay. And occasionally they have been holding meetings there. But it's a community center. And I know that everyone wants to make money. Okay, so start conserving some money. But don't keep taking from the people here. We just raised property taxes. And Aguilar Day is a good thing. The chili cook-off's a good thing. Thanksgiving dinner is a good thing. There's all kinds of things that's here that's good for the community. Yet you're asking for $100 for the community to have something good happen to them. And to me, that's just wrong. Now, if I wanted that for a wedding, funeral, or something for my private self, sure, I pay the $100. I pay $200 because of the space and the amenities that you get for that. But as far as licensing the insurance, we have to pay the insurance if it's used or not.
But
you know, but it's a community center is what I'm trying to.
I understand that, but with all due respect, Mr. Farm, the property taxes were raised by everybody voted on that.
And me also, I voted to raise my own taxes because that's the way that the government works. I didn't vote for resolutions or budgets, it's imaginary numbers. I voted for a real thing. This is a real community. That community center belongs to real people, not individuals. Now, if an individual wants to rent that, yeah, charge them $100 and 100 cleanup. But if it's a community event, that's their building. I don't know how you look at it.
Well, yeah, it is the building, it's the building for anybody that needs to have any type of event that they want to have.
Yeah, but did you
But
read
at
the
the same
sign out
time,
front?
we still, how much do you, okay, how much are the bills monthly for like the lights, the heat, you know, the insurance, what does that come out to? I mean, no, what is that? What do you do?
The utility bills roughly 200 is for San Isabel. I mean, the internet and phone is roughly 130. That's what, 330 right there. We don't charge ourselves for the water, gas. We pay for all the cleaning supplies right now. So, I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of all the expenses. Actually, where's my budget? It's in there.
I think it's discrimination that you charge, you know, somebody to have an event, it's a community event, if they're having a birthday party and you're inviting their wedding or.
Did you just say discrimination?
No, you can't.
Well,
But
what
birthday
about
parties
the
not
survey
community
now?
event.
Purpose. Or any kind of event. I would say, I would still say, with the exception of Legion, American Legion and the senior male, everybody else needs to pay. That way, we can be able to take care of the pay, the bill, the monthly bill that we need to. And I understand where you're coming from, Mr.
No, because we
We're not-
waste
I think
money
we can't-
everywhere here.
I'm sorry.
And we throw away a lot of money here. And I just sit here and raise my taxes to help this government run. But I'm going to argue that that community center belongs to the community. If you want to rent it out to individuals, rent it out to individuals. But if it's a community event such as Aguilar Days, the chili cook-off, the Thanksgiving, anything that involves the entire community, not my cousins, nephews, grandsons, children's birthday. I mean, I would pay for that because the space is ample. There's all kinds of things there that make that a heck of a good deal to rent it out. But if it's the community, Easter, you go charge us to use it for Easter, you go charge us to use it for Christmas coming up here. These are the things that, you know what? You can't scratch every penny out of people whenever they own the building. That's my argument.
Well, like I said, if they don't want, if whatever agency or community, whatever business person, whatever, wants to do it, then let them put their own supply. If it's not coming out of, if it's not coming.
Thanksgiving, all the cleaning supplies came from
I'm talking
us.
about like any bigger supplies, any.
Supplies, the trash bags, we took the trash bags out, we scrubbed the floors. We've always done this, but that's not the argument. The argument is you're gonna charge $100 for a community and a community organizer trying to pull the community together, which is separate from an individual renting it for a private use. If it's the Christmas, if it's the Easter, if it's the Halloween, whatever a community gathers to use their building for, I think you're wrong to try to charge them $100. If it's me or anyone else personally, birthday, graduation, whatever that is, if it's a personal use of a community building, yes, they should pay. But, and if you're going to break it down in dollars and cents, say that there's 10 of them a year, $100, that's $1,000. For what? What, yeah, community event, 7 of them a year.
What if we did something like just holidays?
What do you mean, just holidays?
Well, how are you going to exclude them?
For the community.
You have to be all inclusive. What about, say if I want to go up there and have a Hanukkah thing?
Okay, well, we need to decide what we're gonna do with the community center, because we need to move on.
And that's what
We
we're
still have a few more
discussing.
items to
Yeah,
go
but
over.
that's what we're discussing.
Yeah, but we're not gonna spend the whole night here. You can either table it and decide,
No, I can
do research
You know what? This
on
is
what
the time
we're going
we
to
don't
do.
have this time very often. And what you're trying to do is, trying to explain how wrong it is and the way that we should try to look, my view of how we should look at it. But I'm asking for the others' views also. That community center belongs to the people. There's not that many events there. You guys, you rent the thing out all the time. There's not that many community events that money is going to make a difference to the budget here. But it will make a difference to say the Christmas thing is coming up or the kids at Easter. Why do you want to take that from them? It's a community building.
Okay, but you don't understand. You know, we do, you know, we would gladly donate that center to, you know, everybody if we could. But the town also has to consider liability, the utilities, you know, those things, Mr. Thorne.
Consider this, you give that to the American Legion Senior Living and try to do this, then you're going to have every group in here wanting to sue the town because they're being discriminated.
Well, nobody's, you know, this was done several years ago and you know that.
I know that.
Because Mr. Romero brought it up to the board.
I was on the council when it happened.
And you voted.
And I voted yes. But this wasn't in place at the time. We weren't trying to get community events to pay that $100. That $100 on a community event that could.
Well, I don't know.
So let me ask this question. So whenever they have any Christmas, Easter, Aguilar days, nobody pays a fee for that building?
Not past they haven't. Because it's a community building. And if you're trying to do a community event, if it's a community event, why can't, we don't do that many a year, 6, 8 maybe. Why can't the town eat that? And the people that rent it for their private use, let them pay. I wouldn't mind paying $100 if I was like having a party there for myself.
So does it show any place in any of our paperwork that, that if there's a community event there, that they don't have to pay for that?
Not that I know of. I'd have to go look and see if we have some kind of an ordinance.
So let's table this for the December, because I want to see if that's the case, and if nobody has been paying Aguilar Day or Christmas or Easter or anything, if they haven't been paying it, but it says in there that they should, then that's a lot of back pay that have to pay.
No, you can't back pay it.
Why not? If it's written in the rules, I want to see where it's at. I'm not saying we're gonna back pay. I'm just saying I want to see the
But
rules.
you can't.
I mean, no.
There was no agreement to pay when you went into it, so
Okay, well, I make the motion, we table this.
I just want to see what it said.
Okay.
Just want to see.
Can I get a motion to table, the fee, the raising the community center, item H?
I think it's
I
right.
make the motion that we table it.
I second.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Baldino?
Yes.
Ms. Gilda?
Yeah.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
No, we should discuss that.
Mr. Trejo?
Yes.
Okay, non-sufficient fund charge, current fee is $20, suggested increase would be to $35 for a return check. That would match the bank's charge.
I would say yes.
But we can't turn a profit on that.
Why would we turn the profit? We could pay just
We
enough
can turn
people.
a profit on community center.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Baldino?
Yes.
Ms. Gilda?
Yes.
Mr. McCullough?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Mr. Trejo?
Yes.
Item J, raise business license fees. Current business license is $25 for small business, $100 for street front business. And we're asking to increase $50 for small businesses and $125 for street front businesses.
How many small businesses do we have here in town?
Registered or none? 'Cause there's a lot, but they're just not registered.
If they're not gonna pay the fee, they're not gonna pay it. So how many registered small businesses do we
What do you have for current business licenses right now?
There's probably at least, I'd say 40 small businesses, and that's because anybody, even if they don't live here, they come to do work in the town, city limits, they have to get a business license through the town. So we have quite a few small businesses.
And when was the last time it was raised?
I've been here 10 years and it's been $25 for small businesses and 100 for street front. So street front is anybody who's got a business on Main Street.
So basically, a permanent location on Main Street is gonna be $125. You want to raise it to 125.
Yeah.
That we raise the.
A year?
Yes.
For the year.
Wondering if they collect on all those vacant buildings right now.
Mr. Bodino.
If they were smart, they would do a vacancy tax.
Can we have a roll call?
Have we had a chance for like the businessmen to come in and make a comment about this? Because I don't know how to fight for them on this. I don't see where we're providing any extra services that, you know, I know the town needs money, but you're going to the people that's trying the hardest to keep yourself together. You're going after the community center. I've agreed to the property tax on the property owner. That very much affects me. I agree with that one. But what are we offering the people of Aguilar other than water and this? It's falling down. You know, and it's been mismanagement of funds. Why don't we get a hold of our funds, manage them better before we start taking in more money to mismanage? Small businesses are that way because they ain't got a lot of money to operate, especially here. So I'm not saying no, don't vote on it, but I prefer that, you know, we give small businessmen a chance to come in and explain their situation.
Well, don't they increase their prices according to the county?
Why you talk small business?
Businesses. Don't they increase their price according to the county?
Would you be willing to listen to small business owners speak on this?
I
Because,
think we already got a first and a second. We just need roll call.
but isn't there a discussion in between? How do you keep doing this to me? There's supposed to be discussion in between it where I try to discuss someone and I have someone engaged in the discussion.
They already asked for a first and a second.
Okay, well, we're having a discussion. We're discussing the matter.
I'm not understanding, you know, everybody else has increased their rates except for the town of Aguilar.
But everyone
And
else has
everything that
market
we're
service,
trying to
everyone
do,
else has dog pound, everyone else has good roads.
and
everyone
we're
else has-
working at getting there, Mr. Thorne. We're trying to get there, but you know what? Until we get everything situated, we can't get there.
Then give the small businessmen a chance to speak before you do this.
Nobody ever comes to the meeting, sir.
This
Those are
is,
people that are here now.
this is on the agenda, why don't they
Put
come?
out to 40 different people that you're fixing to double their business.
But we're not doubling
When you
it.
show up.
Well, see, we keep tabling everything and nothing's getting accomplished.
Well, only because it never comes back up.
Well, I don't believe that $50 a year is a lot of money to pay for a small business.
Like you believe that, I don't. That's
You
why
don't
that-
have a small business.
That's why that we have a group to vote. That's why we have group discussions. You're not giving the people an opportunity to.
They don't come into it. Nobody, I mean, let me ask the people that are here, do you all have small businesses?
Right here.
Yeah, my husband does. Okay, so if you have, does he have his, and you don't have to answer me, I'm just saying, But, does he have a small business license? Have he already paid, has he registered with the town? Of course. Because there's a lot of people that don't. And that's the only thing is that.
But you're not punishing the people.
No,
that
we're
don't.
not
You're
punishing nobody.
people
We're
that
not,
are.
it's not the intention to punish anybody.
You have to increase your prices, right?
You stare me down on you.
Oh, yes, I have,
I'm
I
not
do,
staring you down.
but I'm
waiting
not
for
in
your
this
punishment.
town, I'm not,
I don't need your start.
I can't vote here
You're-
because I'm in
We're
the county,
outside.
I'm not in
No,
Aguilar.
you don't care what.
Yes, I
you
do
say.
have a small business, yes, we do have to, oops. Yes,
We gotta go with the cost of living, right? I mean,
The-
you can't just hold it at, keep it at whatever. I mean,
no, not for 10 years, no, you can't do that, and you can't, I'll tell you that the food retail license that I have to pay was increased quite a bit compared, I mean, I'm not discounting what he's saying though. I'm just saying that there is, as a business, yes.
Okay, but then you also increase your prices, right?
Every 4 years or so, and not every year, no, I can't. Because
you
then I
have
wouldn't
an
have a business,
opportunity to
I would not
discuss
have a
it.
business if I kept every day go, oh, they just raised this, I'm gonna raise my prices. No, I can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like with the town of Aguilar, I can't tell you when's the last time that the town has raised, their
It's more than 10 years, right?
licenses. Yeah.
Since they've increased it.
But usually increases, and I understand increases as well as anyone else comes every year for me. There's cost of living increase and you've got to go along with all this. But you're talking about a group of elderly retired basically on fixed incomes, and if the town were increasing to where that it makes sense to do this, like if their road was graded more than once every 3 years, or if we had a marshal, or if a dog, a pit bull doesn't chase your customer 3 blocks down that road, yeah, increase it because they're getting what they're paying for. We're not giving them that, but we're asking for more to give them less. I don't see, we have no maintenance workers. We got so many problems here that need to be fixed before you, and this is just basically another tax on the poor people, which you just done to them with the water here. Done, going to do it here in a minute on the sewer. We just did it on the property thing. At what point are we responsible to take care of the town? Our community, our town hall doesn't even have caulking on the paints out here. There's no glass in the window back here. We're not improving anything, yet we keep taking from people and giving them nothing. So yeah, I'm against it, and I think that the people should have a right to come in here and say that. And if you put it out, we're going to talk about doubling this thing. Specific things I'm asking you not to do. Things that logically make sense, that you're punishing someone for something when we're not holding up our end of the deal. We don't have a marshal's world. We don't have roads. It's going to be snowing soon. We have to plow the snow. I mean, but you want more money.
That's because we can't afford it. I mean, we can't raise the
That's
rates.
your own question.
I mean, it's a few dollars. My goodness, come on.
Well, you want to charge Ringo's 125, that's 25% increase on storefront, but you're 50% or you're 100% on the small business owner.
This is for a year.
I don't care.
How's it gonna hurt
It's
us?
still 25% for one and 100 for the other.
You spend more on buying a cup of coffee, don't you?
Gerald,
My goodness.
Gerald,
what are your thoughts?
I pay it.
he made a
I don't have
motion.
a problem with it. If you're a business, you can't afford $50. Come on, Lord Thor.
But we're talking too about a lot of our elderly,
And- It's
And
a
I can't
special
say
meeting.
nothing.
Nope.
That's why nobody comes. Shame on you.
Yeah, Gerald, but we're talking about people that aren't in
I
your
second
position.
already.
You're as successful.
Let's move on.
There's other people who are not. And getting mad at me, that's what they do.
I would really like for the business people of Aguilar to come in here and talk to you about it. And see how many of them are gonna say they don't wanna pay it.
They probably don't. And then I'm arguing for them not to pay it.
He's a business owner and he's not willing to pay it. He's not complaining about
I'm a
it.
homeowner and I just agreed to pay more taxes. I mean, there's some people that will pay the tax or some that won't. You're gonna pass it.
I can't go $50. I don't need to be in business.
Right, but some of these people are making little key fobs or Aguilar days to set out here, and you're doubling your. My argument's over. Go ahead, Lord.
Okay, I have, first from Bodino, second from Trujillo, roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Bodino.
Yes.
Ms. Galvin. Yes. Mr. McCullough.
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
No.
Mr. Trill.
Yes.
Then we have the almighty sewer rates.
I make a motion, we increase them.
Okay.
Way to go, Mr. Thorne.
Oh, okay.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Bodino. Yes. Ms. Galvin. Yes. Mr. McCullough.
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
No.
Mr. Trill.
Yes.
Gas rates. From $10 service charge to $22 service charge
Sorry.
on the gas rates, the service charge.
Not on the agenda.
And now.
It doesn't matter. You can't do anything about it because they got everything muted. And you can't get a hold of the council members while they're in the meeting, so you're dead.
Just run through the line.
Let the Lord keep us.
Yeah, I know I'm lying, but it's the sewer rates and that's it.
Right
No
below
gas
the
rate
sewer.
on here.
Oh, on the agenda, it's not on the agenda. Let's not make a motion on that. I just want you to be aware that we are going to also have to increase the gas rates because, to cover that fee, we're having to pay Black Hills Energy for the year. But, I just kind of wanted to let you know what I'm looking at. I'm going to have a meeting with Black Hills Energy to make sure that 22 is going to cover it, or, that's not too much, but, that is, sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought there.
So we'll have you on the agenda.
Or, probably in January. I'm having to set up a meeting with the Black Hills Energy people, and I haven't gotten anything scheduled. And with the holidays, I don't, it'll happen until January. Just to be on your radar.
Creepy. Was she listening?
Item 8 will be moved to the special meeting of December 30th. So there's no bills to approve. And with that, we have correspondence. There's something that you all have in your board packet that I would like to address that was published December 11th, 2025, which is totally untrue. From settlement to charges, Aguilar paid Avila $20,000 before theft allegations. That is totally false. Aguilar quietly cut a $20 settlement check. $20,000 settlement check to former clerk and administrator. That is not true. The town of Aguilar did not secretly write a check. Not then, not now, at any time. The settlement.
We got the settlement agreement.
Was paid through an insurance pool. It was not paid from the town of Aguilar as it was, the World Journal posted. That's all bogus verbiage.
Where did you say to get this information?
I have no idea.
Because not only that, but down here it says tension between Aguilar and the board. There's a tension between the board of trustees and Ira. So, I mean, to say the trustees, that's including the whole board.
That's like I said, it's all a bogus article, you know. I think that it's all garbage, but I just wanted the public to know that the town did not secretly write nothing and not know any checks.
Didn't we hear a hot mic moment where she said
And
that
with
they
that,
were writing them?
If there's nothing,
No, I think we caught him talking about this secret check. This was it.
Everybody knows.
okay, so.
Yeah, but she
our
did
next
say that they
meeting
wrote
date
it.
would be December 30th. What?
And again, we have the settlement
I have
agreement.
no idea, but you know, they make up their own stories as they go, and you know, whatever's gonna sell the newspaper. That's all I see.
Here's the funny part. If she would felt that strongly that she was lying about her
Yeah, no
in the
garbage.
news report, the town would be going after
But
that
will
reporter.
you give correction? Absolutely not.
Are we going to do the next meeting at 5 or 6?
I was gonna ask you if the board would like to meet at 5 p.m. on December 30th, 2025.
Yes.
I would say yes.
Okay, Mr. Bardino, Downer,
Yeah.
and roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Baldino? Yes. Ms. Gilman? Yeah. Mr. McCullough? Yes. Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Mr. Trickle?
Yes.
At 5 p.m.
Oh, 5.
You know, it's getting dark early. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Oh, roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Baldino?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Gilman?
Hey, stay muted.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Mr. Trickle?
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.
Is the public invited to that meeting on Monday?
Oh, 7 comes.
If it's a special meeting, you can come, but there's no participation on special meetings.
So we are allowed. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
You too.
Merry Christmas.
Well, Stephanie, thank you for the gift.
Oh, you're welcome. Christmas is, the Cradle Lights start at 6, so it's a light up at 6.
Wow.
Holy shit. I mean, I didn't get to hear it all because of the audio being so bad, and then my headphones went out. But I mean, I was taking notes. I couldn't keep up with the numbers. They were talking so fast, and she was spitting out numbers left and right, and I didn't get all the numbers. I got to go back on the show and watch it again. I mean, holy Christ.
Gail put something in the chat.
It's
here,
okay,
said
Lori. I got. Go ahead,
The
John.
town
I'm sorry.
didn't pay well, look, Gail said in the chat, she said that the town didn't pay, the insurance did. The thing is, Gail, is the town was the one that agreed to the settlement with her. So even if the insurance company paid, the town still settled it.
Right. They agreed to the accusations and paid the fine accordingly. That's the easiest way to break it down.
Right. So basically, in insurance, you have a personal injury insurance, which is not necessarily what you would think is injury. It's like injury to your ego or whatever, or blah blah blah. And they're probably running off of an aggregated limit. So the aggregated limit, they'll probably have like $1 million for the year in this insurance. And every lawsuit they get just pulls from that aggregated limit until they've reached their limit.
Right.
Now, I don't know what kind of insurance policy they have with CIRSA or what insurance company it was and what the limit is. but they're only going to pay so much for each thing, especially if they settle out. So, you know, 20,000 to Tyra and then 20,000 to Adam. That was nothing.
Right. Right. You know what was amazing is how she went after the World Journal.
It was go away money.
It was go away money. Is that what you said? You're breaking up, John.
Yeah, that's what he said. It was go away money.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, there was things that I heard. I was just like, I was shaking my head. I was trying to take notes. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And when she was talking about the World Journal, there's over 100 articles on this little shithole, and she's going to call out the World Journal and say that everything is bullshit. They just make stuff up to sell papers.
Well, right.
Ruth
So
is going to
Gail,
be
that's
furious.
yeah, Lori, that's what Gail's saying, and we've seen this before with Tyra. Remember when the
Right.
newspapers were saying bad stuff, and she would split it down the middle and go, "Well, no, it's kind of like this, but it's not exactly like this, so it's not true." And basically, the way that they're reading it is that she said Aguilar paid them out. That's not what's going on. Everybody already knows that the insurance company paid them out, not Aguilar. Right? They know that that didn't come out of Aguilar's pocket. So why she's bringing that up as a distraction, I have no clue. And
Because
what I
she's
find funny
uneducated.
is,
And she's a liar.
well, no, because now you've got the town of Aguilar trying to discredit this person at the World Journal, and you have the Los Animas Sheriff's Department hassling this person at the World Journal. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me. Yeah.
No.
It's funny when somebody actually is doing their job. That's the blowback that they get.
Right. That's the threat. Oh my God, I'm so pissed off. I am so pissed off about that. Oh.
Yeah, there's you know, there's people getting pushed back on because of all of this, and you know, we're coming across some really weird information. You know, some really weird information, like you know, the town is involved with why Sarah doesn't have a job anymore, and stuff like that. I mean, it's not just that they let her go because you know she was underneath investigation type stuff. I mean, there's some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, look at the hot mic we picked up tonight.
Right. That was crazy. That was absolutely insane. Like you say, you can't make this shit up. They just keep on. They just keep on giving gifts.
I think that what you should have taken notice of is you notice that they muted as soon as the journalist from the World Journal came into that Zoom. As soon as
not only that,
they muted.
Yeah, see, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and not only that, but they blew through the security system quotes,
right,
and everything else to get down to H before they unmuted, which was the health insurance.
Yeah,
they went past the health insurance as well, so we didn't get to hear the health insurance argument.
Thank God for Gail. Thank you, Gail, 1,000 times over. We appreciate you so much.
Right.
I hope you made it back home safe, honey.
Well, jeez. and you heard Monica, right? Nobody comes to these things. Nobody wants to speak. Nobody wants to speak.
I can't understand why. I can't understand why.
There's no suppression.
Well, then you hear
doesn't like what he's hearing from the. Well, he didn't like what he was hearing from the general public. He didn't like that small business owner is telling him it's gonna hurt me because I can't raise my food prices every day or every year. I have to wait, and usually I have to raise them every 4 years.
Right.
And he's not grasping it, and he starts lashing out. This is what you got for government? What a shit show.
Well, and then you heard Erlinda. Somebody asked Erlinda, can somebody participate in this next meeting? And she turns around and tells her, if it's a special meeting, there is no participation if it's a special meeting. They don't even know if it's a special meeting. So they're calling for a meeting.
And they don't know if it's going to be special or not. They know what they're going to be
special or not.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They know.
I think, well, and if they would post the agendas, because I find it kind of funny with everything that Stephanie's doing, I noticed that a few things changed on the website, right? She has access to change things on the website, and she has access to add things on the website. Pretty much since Sarah left, there hasn't been any of the videos posted up there. There hasn't been any of the agendas. Hell, the agendas are dated back to 23.
Right.
So where are all these agendas? Where's all these videos?
It was like, I think it was 2024 when they posted last.
Here's what happens when you go to click on some of those links that they give you. If you go to click on a meeting, say for March of 2023, right? Guess what happens? You get nothing.
Yeah, it says it's no longer available.
No, it doesn't even say it's no longer available. It doesn't exist. Here's where it gets funny. If you click on certain meetings from 2025, it does the same thing.
Oh, geez.
So they're posting links to the meetings with nothing there.
Right.
How are you supposed to go back and check a meeting minute when the website
the link doesn't
have it?
Right. Oh my God.
She's busy, John. She's busy.
Oh, it's so disturbing. It's really, really disturbing. And just the way Erlinda was fighting with Vern. And did you hear Vern? Are you staring me down? He was talking to Erlinda. Did you hear him squabble in the background while who else was talking? Yeah, see, I can't see. I can't see
sorry, honey.
at all.
Yeah,
You know,
she was staring him down.
Yeah, I'm on my phone and I have it's a little screen by the time it gets posted.
The hot mic though, that was
But
good.
yeah, the hot mic was interesting. And I mean, do you say something? Do you let the cat out of the bag, or do you just let the cat get out of the bag on its own? I could not believe what I was hearing. Shit talkers, of course. And they're like little hyenas. They're going in for the kill. They're circling him. Oh my God. Fuckers.
Oh. I guess the playground fell through, huh? You haven't heard much about the playground.
Yeah, well, that's because the guy wasn't selling the playground.
Oh. Oh, well, it's kind of hard to get a playground if they're not selling it. I thought it was a gift.
No, you know what? I just ran across my notes on that thing, and when I ended up calling up there and talking to the town of Levita, and they're like, we had nothing to do with this. We had no connection with this. None. They wanted to make sure.
You like how they like throwing around Levita's name, right? Oh, they're rich. They're well. We'll name with them.
Yeah, and Levita was adamant. I mean, she was like, we have no connection with Aguilar. She says, absolutely not. And she gave me the name of the landowner that had that playground equipment. And she gave me the spelling on the name so I didn't get it wrong. And, he's got money, But you know what they say about those free gifts is they're not free when they cost so much to get it to town. And then you got to make it compliant for the equipment, and the equipment is old, so it's already lived its lifespan. It just needs to be recycled, but like not for a children's playground, maybe for Erlinda's backyard or something. Give it to her. Who owns that house she's living in? Am I allowed to know, or do I need to get it up on Onyx? Huh?
No, I think her house, but you could probably check it out through Onyx.
Yeah,
but I believe that's her house.
Really? That's all I'll say. Anybody been on a road trip to Arby's?
I wish I could say I did, but no, I haven't been up there yet.
Well, I thought about calling before I made the trip because gas is money to me, you know. I got to go north tomorrow. I don't have to go south. I want to go and see if she's in there.
Well, you need to like send down some troops or like call some friends down there and be like, yo, scope it out for me.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, my friend. Scope it out. I have to go north. And a lot of times I don't have transportation. That's always been an issue with our family. We're kind of hard on vehicles. We run them till they drop and we keep running them till they're dead. And then we resuscitate them to get them back home. And then they just lay out here in the yard. I think we've got 10 vehicles in the yard. Anyway.
I apologize. I was having a signed conversation with somebody. And
were you?
It was an interesting one. Oh yeah, interesting conversation. I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards. I think you'll enjoy it. But you know, I mean, with everything that's going on here, I think we have to ask a couple of questions, right? First of all, when was the last regular meeting that Aguilar held? So, you know, you have your regular meeting once a month is the way that they once out of the month they run it, and it's usually the third Thursday, right? So when's the last time that regular meeting was run?
I think Robert said it's been like 4 months or something like that. And they don't post anything, so you don't know. And I don't even think they post anything on their YouTube channel, do they? I'm afraid to go there. I'm afraid I'll get sucked into a worm.
If they aren't,
no.
Go ahead, John.
Well, my thing is if they haven't run a regular meeting in 4 months, I would think that would be a violation of the law. I mean, at minimum, it would be an open meetings issue, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Because they're not holding a public meeting.
Absolutely.
You can't turn around and make every meeting a special meeting so that you can stop somebody from talking in a public comment. That to me would be the first issue.
They think they can avoid the sunshine law if like nobody speaks.
Well, it's like I said earlier too. I mean, if the writer for the World Journal was wrong on any part of that story, there, in my mind, in my opinion, allegedly, possibly, whatever you want to say,
it's going to happen.
Yeah, but she didn't.
Her and her attorneys would have been on the phone threatening a lawsuit immediately, in my opinion.
Yeah, but it's nothing. She didn't say anything that we didn't say either, and we showed it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think Erlinda overstepped her, you know. She was talking all kinds of shit about the World Journal, and the World Journal is not going to put up with that. You know, I see a lawsuit in their future. Absolutely.
I mean, in my opinion, that was like trying to defame the World Journal and the journalist involved.
Absolutely.
I mean, that could be defamation, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I agree with you completely.
So I don't know.
The reporter that always does the stories, she's wonderful and she's fair and she tells it like it is. And, you know, she doesn't candy coat anything. She says, here's what's going on. What do you think she's going to say about tonight's meeting? You know,
Well,
or
she
Linda
does a
thinks that she's exempt and that the World Journal isn't listening. Come on.
No, she does a
Uh,
lot of research before she puts something out, and she puts out only what she
absolutely.
can put out that she can prove. She's kind of like us. Like, we won't put anything out. Like, we'll say our alleged supposedlys and we'll bust
Right.
balls, right? Because we have certain information and we have the liberty to be able to do that, right? Unlike her, where she can't do the supposedly maybes, she's got to have facts. And again,
Absolutely.
she wouldn't put anything in that paper if she didn't have anything to back it up. So I don't know I mean, is it the issue that she's trying to make them seem discreditable because she thinks that if she makes it sound like the World Journal is saying that they paid it out, right? That's a false statement, when I mean, it's very clear that the insurance paid them out. They made a settlement. That's where your
Well,
settlements come from, is
and
your insurance.
that's what Erlinda said. And, you know, I don't believe that it was stated in anything that the town of Aguilar
Well, wait a
paid
minute.
out. It was the settlement was, period, the end. And the settlement would
Right,
have been
Gail?
paid by Sursa, probably. You
I'm
know,
sorry,
they
Tapatios.
probably
I
were the
missed
ones
your
that,
comment. I missed your comment, Tapatios. It's Aguilar, Colorado, bro. It's like right up I-25 as you're heading up from Trinidad up into Walsenburg. It's like right in the middle. You blink, you miss it, because you can't really see the town from the road. You actually have to drive off the road a few miles before you even see Aguilar. So, sorry, my man. Go ahead, John.
No, we were just talking about and if memory serves, in the agreements, didn't the mayor have to sign off on one or two of those? I believe she signed off on the second one, which would have been the settlement that the report was talking about. If memory serves, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that agreement had her signature on it.
I think so. Hold on
never
one second.
saw it.
I'm trying to remember if I had it on here or not.
Well, somebody's got it. And it's not
Somebody's
me.
got it.
It might have gone out the door with all those other boxes of paperwork. Fuckers.
No, I know we had it. I know we posted it. I just don't remember if I've got it on my computer or
You
not.
better stay away from this stuff. Sorry.
Hmm.
I'm going to come back. I got to try and see if my headphones are charged up enough. So I'll be back.
It's all right, Lori. We have the clips. I just can't find them right now, and that's fine. Plus, we've been going for 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna end this out tonight.
Oh, you don't want to do no 3.5 hours?
Nah, no 3.5 hours. I got clips to make.
But what if Vernon wanted to do a debriefing?
Oh, well,
he's got to do that another time.
If that's the case, then I'll stay up here. Is that the case?
No. He's probably going home and just forgetting about this day.
I think
they're so disrespectful to him.
you just never know what I might pull out of my pocket, fellas.
What you pulling out of your pocket?
What's up?
What's going on?
This
Hey,
has got to be
What's
a great
up?
show.
Well,
Great job,
yes and
buddy.
no. They muted when they were getting ready to start talking about the insurance and stuff, and she muted it for what, about 10, 15 minutes before
Yeah,
somebody
so they
came in
were
and had to tell
Something
them.
like that.
yeah, so they were muted from the audio visual thing, the surveillance system for the library. And then somehow I missed it, but it got muted. And then by the time that we got back, you guys had already passed by like the health insurance, and we got to like letter H.
Well, they've tabled the insurance because they want to give the employees full coverage, dental, eye, nasal, toenail, knees, with no copay.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, $30 an hour, full insurance and a 401k. Fuck, I'll take the job.
Wow.
There's a rumor they don't like me.
You think?
Yeah.
I think you got a popularity vote over top of the poll.
I tried arguing the insurance. Huh?
Vern, I know you can't see me, but I'm staring you down.
Didn't work for Linda.
I want to see that video.
Oh, this was so
my
crazy.
Gosh. Oh, this was a crazy meeting. I mean, it's pretty crazy. The amount of time that it went through, the fact that I'm going to have to go back through and I'm going to have to figure out when the mic got muted for Stephanie. Because I don't remember seeing her walk up to the thing and mute it. And then again, why would she mute it while you guys are in deliberations about surveillance?
Sorry, I was muted.
Oh shoot. So so why would she mute it? Why would she mute it when you guys are deliberating the surveillance?
Well, the thing comes down to is I finally got Bruce. He was, because I started asking him about, well, have we got any other contracts? And Bruce was asking for 2 others. And Linda gave him a look from hell, and he backed off that real quick. And then all of a sudden, Danner, oh, well, we've used him for this long, so we'll just keep using him. No need to get other bids. I asked Stephanie about getting the bid, and she actually told me she doesn't have time for that.
Wrong answer.
So,
Well, and I like when.
Hey, hold on a second. Tapatios. So, Vernon up here, he's one of the council members on the meeting that we just watched. So he just got home and he hopped up here to debrief a little bit. So he would have been the one sitting on your far left up there.
Hey, Lori.
Hi, hon. How are you?
Good.
You did a great job tonight. And, you know, some of the things that I could hear because the audio was so shitty. And if Gail hadn't come in there, you guys wouldn't have even known it.
No, I didn't have any idea.
Yeah, and you're not looking at your phone.
Yeah.
Right, Vern, didn't you guys like vote to like get better audio equipment? What happened to that?
Well, I got an email I sent them the other day, and the first part of the thing, I don't know if anyone heard it or not. I asked them, well, she told me, well, they got my emails, and I asked them, well, are you going to answer everything on there? And I was told this, well, there will be a response. So I guess I got to go through the attorney before they talk to me.
About the audio equipment that you guys already voted on and should have in there for the meetings?
About the audio equipment, about the time clock, about Ken Torres contract, his statements. You know, I even asked again tonight for him.
Right. Yeah. And she said that you'll get them from Stephanie, but it's like, it doesn't matter. There's not going to be a time limit on there for you. it's going to be at their leisure when there's nothing else for them to do. So good luck.
No, actually, they didn't say that I'll get them because I questioned that. What they said is that they will respond to the email. They
Oh,
didn't say I was getting anything.
you guys can go right look at my notes, because when they said whatever they said, I was just like, oh, you bitch, you know?
Well, I got a question. Was this done within the form of a Cora request?
Oh, yes, it was actually,
Oh,
but it's also
awesome.
done with telling Stephanie she's now the town clerk and she is responsible for her actions towards the councilman. That
Okay.
Linda's not going to save her on this. She's the town clerk. She has to respond professionally.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I would think that there would be like some sort of certification or something that she would need to be a clerk and clerk of records, but I could be wrong.
Well, you think they'd be bonded and insured also as a town clerk?
Oh, you would think.
Yeah, and then they go, they raising the business license, 25% on the big business and 100% on the small business.
Right.
But you're not giving them anything. Yeah, I mean, their customers have to run 3 blocks because of a pit bull on their ass. You don't plow the roads, you don't give them any good water, and look at this building we're setting in. You don't give anyone anything, yet you want to take money from the poorest people when it comes down to you need to manage the money that we have better. You don't need more money, you need better management.
What is the poverty?
Go ahead, Lori.
What is the poverty rate of Aguilar? Is it what, 85%? Do you think?
I don't know. Me and Linda make 2.
Yeah, but you got to work with me here, buddy. I'm not good at math. I'm not. Okay. So
the largest part. This is a retirement community of elderly people who are living below the poverty level. So it would be up higher towards 90%.
Oh, that high. Okay. Yeah.
It is very high.
It's an unrealistic goal to try and keep on taxing, and we've got to do this and we've got to do that. And like you said, what are you paying for? You're paying for them to get more money so they can squander it away to try and fix shit that they're never going to fix. And it's just going to keep on going bad after bad after bad.
We raised the gas rate, and here tonight they want to raise it again, another $12 service charge for the gas. But it's not even on the agenda. It's not even on the agenda.
Well, and that's what I want to. Well, and that's what I wanted to bring up. So it was kind of weird. When do they start caring if things are on the agenda, Vern?
Well, you know what? Title 31 is what they need to start caring about, and it's very clear on the agenda. And this bullshit, the resolution, whatever the fuck that says, we will reappropriate money, didn't tell us from where, how much, or where it's going to go to, yet they passed it. And I'm like,
again, Vern, like I'm going to ask, when did they care if anything's on the agenda? How many non-agenda items have they passed in the past that, things that just weren't on the agenda, that just weren't there, but, Erlinda springs it up like she did tonight.
I've only been here 10 years. I've only been here 10 years, so I really can't give a fair answer.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when do they start caring? Because it was kind of funny. I'm just wondering, because, maybe I'm not trying to be egotistical or something. I'm just wondering if Stephanie was listening in, because, it just seemed kind of weird that they figured out that they had a hot mic and then they muted. And then she ends up, when I mentioned that it's not on the agenda, not even 30 seconds later, she goes, "Oh, it's not on the agenda. We can't do this."
So you called him on the hot mic before the meeting?
Oh yeah.
We caught him on the hot mic before the meeting. Oh yeah.
You know that I want to hear that, right?
Yes, and I want to say,
You're definitely going to want to hear it, Vern. And I would say, that after the show ends, we're gonna have a conversation, so stick around for a couple minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh, you couldn't pry me away.
Vern, I wanna
good.
apologize. I want to apologize because it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And
Oh no, actually, it's absolutely a blessing because I will eventually get a copy of this.
absolutely, yeah. We guys will take care of
You
you,
people.
but it was horrible. I was in shock.
I know that it
You people
happens.
check
They
your
all show
messenger.
up before me. They all wait a half an hour after I leave, and they're not sitting in there talking about, did the Mets win the series?
No, they're talking shit about you, and I mean, it's mean. It's definitely mean, and I'm just like, come on.
Well,
I was so mad.
at least I'm mean to them in public. Everything I say to them, I tell them on Facebook because I know they all follow it. So I'm not surprising anything. Are they crooks? My opinion, yes. I'd have to ask my attorney, are you here?
There's alarms and all this.
John, are you here?
Because a lot of the stuff is a repeat.
Well, then.
Not me.
I was going to say, is John here? I need my attorney to help me.
There is no attorney here.
Audio's terrible. You're gonna have to turn your hearing aid way up. But this is the hot mic right here on the replay. You're hearing it live.
I don't know, somebody said yesterday that he was going about the Zoom and we're not notifying. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna hold your hand. You're a grown man.
Well, I know I got put into one of the.
This stuff is supposed to hold everybody's hand in comments.
You being opposite.
Let's see, he may not be as combative as we think. Because outside, he says, well, I'm not gonna be, I said, let's just look and listen, see what we got. And then we'll talk about it.
No, if he doesn't have an audience, he won't be, but if he has an audience, he will.
I don't know. You know, I've learned from our way that he said one thing that I guess he said something opposite. That's why I can come in here at the meeting that one day.
I think you're probably right. And I don't think
I don't think he does either.
Mail it to her. Make a
I
copy.
met him
Mail.
his first time at the ice cream shop that Ringo's had.
No, just, so you did.
Training and he says, you should get on the board. And then when I applied the first time, it's like, no, we don't want you.
You should just get on board, Vern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
I am on board, just separate ships.
Would you step off the Titanic before it sinks?
Uh,
And then after a while, those twitches smile.
this might sound bad, but you know what? I'd follow the heavyset people for flotation devices.
Misery loves company. If you're miserable, I'm gonna make everybody miserable.
Why am I only getting audio?
That's how I feel it is.
That's all we got right now. It's a hot mic.
There's a story, that he left Texas because did some people wrong.
Hot mic. They don't know we're listening. So
They say I did people wrong in Texas.
I don't think he can go back to Texas.
Yes, that's what he said. And then he said,
Think you ought to go back to Texas.
no, they don't think you can go back to
Yes.
Texas. You did people wrong there.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not from Texas. I'm from Kansas.
Hey, you
There
heard
you
the hot
go.
mic just the same as I did. I'm just listening to them. If you don't have an audience, then there's nothing you can do.
I didn't have an audience there last night or tonight.
That's what I understand.
Does he need help?
These people don't they stop working at home. Done things with them at home, so.
Mr. Bardino.
Good evening. I don't know if you want to sign on, like, to stand.
And that Carol's not you. And now Cheryl visit you, it's McDaniel.
Everybody, maybe it is.
Right.
I just wanted to.
I did, how are you?
Yeah. We'll definitely go through, clean the audio up, enhance it. Because they said some wonderful
That would
things
be good.
there about you, Vern.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't hear anything.
I'm not sure what they want from me. I'm just trying to get them to follow Title 31. And I'm not taking any of this personal. If they do, that's on them. I'm just trying to do what I think is right for the town. And taxing the shit out of poor people and giving them nothing isn't right for the town. Trying to take the community center away from the people and make money on it, that's not right for the town. And
Well, one thing's to be said there, Vern. These are the type of people that you definitely don't want to get into a shipwreck with, because they're going to panic in the water and pull you under and use you as a flotation device if they can. Because that's basically what I'm seeing right now. Is basically their ship is sinking, and they're trying to grasp at everything that'll keep the boat afloat right now.
When they came up with that $35 non-sufficient fund fee, I was saying, well, is that for the town of Aguilar government, or is that for the citizens? Come on now.
I made a remark. Can't we make a profit off this?
Right. Yeah. I mean, how many bounce checks do they get a year? I want to know.
I've never seen the financials, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, right.
See, this whole thing is so crazy. They voted on things for a budget that was all made up numbers. And I know a budget is made up numbers, but it has to be based in fact for it to be effective. The group here sat there and what was it, 2020, 21, 22? The actual match the budget to the penny. I mean, and it was quarter after quarter after quarter. There was no differentiation from what was going on and what was the actual cost. That's fake. I couldn't hit the exact number going to a grocery store 100 times in a row.
But that wasn't a red flag for anybody. Obviously, just you.
No. If a good citizen caught it, I trying to keep my mind from saying names. All these guys that are on the YouTube thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know. I don't know.
Everyone caught it.
I find out
we sit here and laugh about it a whole lot of times, that the ignorance that anyone who's ever managed a checkbook, ever managed a budget, ever had anything to do with money knows you're not going to guess on the penny on 30 different items and hit it exactly by the penny. And that's what we walked into years ago.
Well, no, and if you look at I was just recently going over the budgets tonight, because again, I was looking for the 2026 budget and I couldn't find it. But they said in the meeting that it was posted for the public to inspect and to, be able to go there and make any complaints that they had with the budget. But nobody showed up tonight because nobody even knew that they were voting on a budget. From what I'm being told, Vern, like there was no budget posted anywhere. Did you see it posted somewhere that my people didn't?
I did not. I went in to pick up my packet at 9:00 this morning, and what I was told, I sat there while she put part of it together, and I was told I'll have the rest of it ready by the meeting. So then I go look at, Title 31, which says that I should have had it by the Friday before the meeting.
Right.
And I keep going through things like details on what does Title 31 say. And I've looked all through it. Nowhere did it say paid for by Vern.
Oh, man.
Dang it.
That's disappointing.
We can change that.
That actually, it kind of poses a curious question for you, Vern, because they're holding all these special meetings. When's the last time they actually held a regular meeting?
And that's a very good point, and one that I'm trying to make. They've successfully blocked the people from the town business that is not your business, sorry to say.
Correct. And for 4 months, right?
Yeah, they'll either turn the Zoom off completely, they'll mute it, they didn't even post the agenda at the post office. Let's see, Robert was telling me he went there and it wasn't there by closing time yesterday of the town hall. So I don't know when it got posted. The only way I found out is I had somebody call me and tell me that there's going to be a meeting tonight. If not, I wouldn't have known about it until this morning. And even finding out yesterday, there's like 80 pages of legal shit in that thing. And I asked her,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I asked to speak to the insurance agency because the packet was put together by Stephanie, the one who's going to benefit from the insurance. She didn't present anything on a partial pay for a small town. She just said government employees get full insurance, no cost to them. So, and then we're supposed to pay all the deductibles for medicine, for a doctor's visit and shit. How is that?
I'm trying to figure out how, first of all, a town that had no money for it to begin with, and I heard it again tonight by one of the council members that they have no money, they can't afford anything yet, but they can afford this. How does a town that has no money, that can't afford anything, afford that, but like Target or Amazon or big companies like that, like Progressive offers you insurance, right? They offer you health insurance, but you still have to pay a premium.
The town,
you have to pay a deductible too.
I think she is the premium, right?
Well, yeah. Allegedly a premium snitch.
Yeah, I probably better leave that one alone, but I'm not understanding any of this, and if you look at it, what's more important to the town? Is a maintenance man not important? I mean, we just went through like 6 inches of snow and it took 4 days for the side streets to melt down enough where people weren't slipping and sliding. The main street was done because the county or state comes through and plows it. But what about around the school? Interfering with the school kids. They can't get back and forth to school on roads like that. This whole thing is so fucking one-sided. And they're not saying what they're wanting this money for, but they're wanting to take money from people who are trying to do community services. I mean, can't the town do without that? They want to charge $100 for like that Thanksgiving dinner I had. $100 to use the place and a deposit that I put up. And at the end of the month, they'll give me a check. Well, why don't you just give me my own fucking money back whenever you look at it and it's clean? Why do you need to keep my money for 30 days?
Right. I agree, Vern.
Because so now they're going to make people put up $200 just to walk into the place. Then they got to supply everything, toilet paper and, which we did, napkins, soap to clean the floors and shit. We supplied all that stuff. But they're saying, but they have to have lights on and the insurance. Well, you got to have that anyway.
Right.
So,
they're already paying that.
Yeah. You're giving the people nothing.
I actually got 2 points that I want to make real quick. First of all, the fact that the town knows that they know that the snow on the ground, all that stuff, that they're supposed to be taken care of, right? Anything that has to do with the public schools, it would be the responsibility of the town, right?
Yes.
So now the question becomes, doesn't that open the town up to a lawsuit if somebody gets hurt?
Absolutely.
right? And then the other thing is that you brought up, you were talking about the community center, and I thought this was extremely great argument was the fact it's a community center that belongs to the community. If everybody is coming together to do a community event, it should be nothing. I mean, they're going to charge $100 with that deposit, and they're going to make that money back as long as they rent it like 5 or 10 times. They're still going to make money back. It's going to pay for the insurance, going to pay for the electrical. It's insane.
How much money
I
do
just
they
don't
actually
understand
make?
where that came from.
But seriously, how much do they actually make? Is that just like, we know it's a money grab, but seriously, and who are the people? They're discriminating against people, because if you're not the American Legion or you're not the seniors, you don't get to use that facility. If all of a sudden I want to do a craft fair and I want to use that facility and promote other crafters, I'm not paying money for that. Why would I have to pay money? It's the community center.
We lost him.
Oh, okay.
We lost him.
Oh my God! It's just so stupid.
He's having bad internet tonight.
Everything about this fucking government is stupid. Everything. Ugh. And I don't, like I said, I'd like to, have the numbers explained another time. It doesn't have to be tonight, but like I said, they were going so fast.
There was a lot of numbers being thrown around in the beginning, and I heard $3 million, and I'm like, whoa, hold on a second, $3 million. So I got to go back and I got to listen to that and what it pertained to. There was a lot of numbers being thrown around out there. It's amazing the amount of money they've got to spend.
It was so fast. It was so fast. She was just whipping off numbers, and I couldn't keep up.
I thought that was a Christmas bonus.
Jeez, yeah, right. Everybody gets a Christmas bonus.
Well, guys, we came, we saw, we documented.
Right.
That's
something else. Absolutely something else.
I want to thank everybody for coming in, saying hi, being interested in what's going on in town, even if you don't live here. Appreciate y'all. Gail, big thank you for running over there in your PJs and your slippers and freaking them out and telling them that they were muted.
Yeah, we thought it was like a swamp monster coming from the augmentation pond.
Oh,
Love you, Sue.
Well, there's a reason why some people like to stay home and watch on the Zoom. See?
Right. Yeah.
She was not prepared. She did not have her public face on. She scared the shit out of everybody.
I turned around and jumped.
Right? Thought you were getting robbed.
Hey, I was sitting next to Gerald, and that still scared me.
Right?
But ladies and gentlemen, we're not doing an outro song. We're just going to say goodnight. So if you've got one last thing to say, I would suggest doing it now. We'll start with Lori.
I have nothing to say except it was amazing, and thank you again for always including me. I appreciate it. We continue the fight. Vern, thank you for everything that you do. You're sitting up there with those stupid fuckers. I'm telling you, you got the patience of a saint. And I would have already been out of there. You are an amazing person because you do have the patience. And
Ollie.
Yeah. I got to listen to my song before I go to bed.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some council members from Rocky Ford on the show. Things got shuffled around today. Hopefully over on my channel tomorrow we'll have something lined up.
And that'll be tomorrow night?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Right. We're trying to work on it.
Yeah, I'm going up north for an appointment, so I won't even be around. And that's at noon.
Well, we'll try our best to do it.
All right. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the invite.
Night, Lori.
Good night.
Much love, Lori.
Absolutely. All my love to you guys. You guys rock.
Good night, Lori.
Good night, John. Be safe.
You as well.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Final comment. John.
What a shit show.
Come on, we raised everyone's taxes. We raised everything. And
You're
most
not
of
the
it,
only
no,
ones.
You can tax the shit now, Vern. Oh wait, that was a sewer tax. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's just so crazy. And I wish that I would have got out of there earlier to join the show, but I'm still all hyped up from the bullshit.
It's all good. Okay, final comment, Vern.
Final comment. I've been thrown out of better places than this before.
Oh, well, we're not throwing you out, so that's a false statement. False statement, fake news. False statement,
No,
fake
I
news.
didn't say,
All right.
but I didn't say that you did, though. I said I've been thrown out of better places. So, yeah.
See, you just like to argue. That's all you do. You just, whatever it is, it's the opposite. See, Monica was right about you. Everything's opposite.